Hey everyone, this is video number 1 out of 12 to show you how to start recording at home. I recommend watching all the videos before you start following each step. It's only 1-minute videos. My instruction videos will be for Windows users using Cakewalk by BandLab. Let's start with owning an audio interface and cables to connect your instruments to the computer. Lots of options for audio cards out there, but something to get you started and not expensive. I'll recommend Behringer UMC22 Euphoria USB audio interface. Instruments like electric guitar, you will need a 1/4-inch cable. For vocals or acoustic instruments, you will need a microphone, mic stand, and XLR cable. A basic microphone will be a Shure SM58 to try mostly record vocals. Cakewalk by BandLab is a free digital audio workstation and it's only available for Windows users. Cakewalk works only with 64-bit Windows, so make sure to check your operating system. I've been using Cakewalk for a lot of years before it became free. And since my videos will be based on Cakewalk, let's go and download it. First, browse, find the BandLab Assistant application and download it. You will need to make an account and register with them in order to open the application, and feel free to explore that app. After installing and registering, open the application from your desktop, go to where it says app, find Cakewalk, and should say download instead of open. Click on that, download it, and follow the instructions to install it. When you first plug in any audio interface, if your computer does not recognize it and it does not start setting it up, you will probably need to visit the brand's website and download its drivers to install it on your computer. Furthermore, I also suggest downloading the ASIOforall driver. This driver has helped me a lot of times with latency problems and sometimes even for setting up audio interfaces. So find the website, download it, and install it. Next, assuming that your interface was installed earlier, let's check if the interface is in the system. Roll your mouse onto the taskbar and click on the little arrow, and you should see an icon that represents your audio interface. Another way is right-click on the sound icon, open sound settings, then on choose your audio device should be there, but don't click on it for now. Let's head to Cakewalk Preference to show how a few settings should look and do some changes. Go on the devices where you should be able to see your audio interface inputs and outputs, and click on them to mark them. If you do not see your interface name, that is where you will probably need to go on the playback and recording and choose the driver mode that will work with your interface, like the ASIOforall. Next, in driver settings on the playback timing master, your interface name should be there. Choose accordingly as you see here. Here you should be able to change the latency to low samples, which will help later on with monitoring the recordings. Remember to press apply. Sometimes you might need to click apply for one change at a time, or even restarting your computer, going back and changing something else. For starters, your interface is being set up in the computer and Cakewalk. Second, you have connected your speakers on the main outputs of the interface, or at least for now having your headphones connected to the interface headphone out. Now let's go to File, then New, and press OK to open a basic project. On the first audio track, click on its number to highlight track, then go to File, down to Import, then Audio, and just choose any song to import in the track. On the left side, you should see next to the audio track the main master fader, where you will be choosing the output. Your interface outputs names should be there, so choose the main outputs, which usually is 1 and 2. Following from the previous video, Cakewalk also has faders for the interface outputs that you can find by going to Views, click on Console View, then scroll all the way to the right, and when you are on the edge, the mouse should change to a tool where you can pull out those faders. Link your main outs together by pressing the lock sign, and bring that little down before pressing play to hear the song. Press play and you should hear sound coming from your speakers and see the audio signal going into the track and master fader. The red output faders, consider them as your main volume for your speakers and exporting songs. In general, the idea is to not touch the master fader, so if the overall sound is loud or soft, control that with the red faders instead of the main master fader. Now that we set up the Cakewalk main outputs, let's see some audio output options for your computer. Let's go back to our computer speaker settings. Right click on speaker icon, open sound settings, and on the output device, leave your computer's audio card as the default device. This setup, when you play music from your computer, the sound will be coming out from your computer's output. For example, the headphones out of your computer. Now, if you want audio coming out from the external audio interface, choose your interface name to be as a default output for your computer. This way, the audio interface is your main audio output device on your computer and in Cakewalk. Open Cakewalk, make a new empty project, go to Insert and choose Audio Track. Next, we want to check the track input and output by bringing up the console view. On the audio track at In and Out section, choose for input your device input 1 and the output choose master if it is not already there. Now let's go to master fader to double check its output is set to where your speakers are connected to. Then go to the red output faders to link the output that your speakers are connected to. Now connect your instrument or microphone to the input 1, go back to track view and click on the record button to see if signal passed through it. Depending on the recording, for example playing soft or loud, you will always need to adjust the gain from your interface. A good level setting is around -12 to -6, don't let it go to red. If you got things set up from the previous video, let's go save this as a template so you don't have to always do these settings. Go to File, Save As, find the folder where Cakewalk templates are saved. When you install Cakewalk, the Cakewalk folders are created on your main hard drive. So go to your hard drive, find Cakewalk content folder, open it, then go to Cakewalk Core. Find Cakewalk project templates, save as type, choose template, and you will see the templates that Cakewalk has. Write a title and click save. To double check that, exit Cakewalk, reopen it and click new project, and your template name should be there. Click on it and that will be your opening project with the settings we did previously. A normal save will be when you have done things in a project, for example recording something and you want to save the work you have done. Cakewalk has a default folder for saving, but it's always better to make folders of your projects to know where you saved your work. So every time you make a new project, the first save should be a save as. If you have more than one hard drive on your computer, try to save it on a different one rather than your main drive where Cakewalk is installed. For now, let's go to File, Save As, go to your hard drive, then Cakewalk Projects. Right-click on your mouse, make a new folder and open it. Write a name and save your project. Audio recordings you do and related data for this project will be stored there. When continue working with the project, then you can just go to File and click Save. We are almost ready to record, but let's take a look at some controls before pressing record. On your audio track, click this to arm the track and have it ready for recording. Next to it, when you click on that, you are able to hear the signal that is passing through that channel, for example, your microphone. If there's a delay in the sound coming out, you will need to change the latency in the preference menu. A low setting will do the work, but it's also possible to have problems during the recording. When I record, I have the latency low, and when I'm working on editing, I make it higher. The M and S stands for mute for muting the track, and solo to have only that track playing if you have multiple tracks. On the left side, the window is like having the console view of that track. A little bit about the control bar. On the left side, you have the editing tools. It's good to have it on Smart Tool that has most of the functions depending where you place your mouse pointer. Next to it, the snap button helps when you are moving notes or tracks to move them accordingly to the beat. If that is not on, you move things more freely than getting them exactly on a certain count of a measure. Next is play, record, and moving the cursor, also moving by clicking on the timeline. Next is where you see the cursor's position either by minutes, samples, or measures. Here is a tempo of the metronome, your key signature, and the metronome functions. Play icon is to having the metronome playing during playback. Record icon is to have it on during recording. Go ahead and give it a try. Hit record.